UFC Freedom 250 just delivered one of the wildest nights of the year. Legends fell, new stars arrived, and one main event left us with more questions than answers. If you thought this card would be predictable, you weren't paying attention. By the end of the night, we saw future title contenders emerge, fan favorites potentially say goodbye, and a main event that pushed both fighters beyond their limits. Let's start with Diego Lopes. Steve Garcia came in with zero fear. He walked Lopes down from the opening bell. He was willing to stand in front of one of the division's most dangerous snipers in trade. For a while, it worked. Lopes looked uncomfortable. He struggled to find the range. Garcia's pressure was forcing him to reset repeatedly. Then everything changed. Once Lopes found the timing, it was like somebody flipped a switch. He bit down on the mouthpiece and unleashed absolute hellfire. The combinations got sharper. The aggression multiplied. Garcia was suddenly dealing with the version of Lopes that has made him one of the most violent fighters in the sport. And when that version shows up, good luck surviving. Diego Lopes gets the win and reminds everyone exactly why he's still a problem. But here's the question. How high is his ceiling? Bo Nickal may have given us the answer to another question tonight. Can he be more than a wrestler? Absolutely. Nickal imposed his will immediately. He looked comfortable everywhere. He never seemed rushed. He never looked threatened. And when the opening appeared, he got Dawkins out of there. Fast, efficient, professional. This wasn't just another wrestling performance. This looked like a complete fighter growing into a serious contender. The scary part? He's still improving. Then came a fight that may have marked the end of an era. Michael Chandler looked old tonight. That's the reality. The explosiveness wasn't quite there. The speed wasn't quite there. The reactions weren't quite there. Meanwhile, Mauricio Ruffy looked like a machine. Patient, calm, accurate. That first jab immediately changed the fight. Chandler was stunned early and bloodied almost instantly. Ruffy never chased the finish recklessly. He simply kept making the correct decision over and over again. That's what elite fighters do. By the end, the gap looked massive. And to make the night even sweeter, Ruffy got down on one knee and proposed to his now fiancée. A career-defining win and a life-changing moment. Not a bad night. But is this the last time we see Chandler inside the octagon? Josh Hokit might have just earned himself a lot of new fans. Unlike many Derrick Lewis opponents, Hokit refused to stand directly in front of him. Smart move. He used movement. He used speed. He used youth. Lewis looked sluggish and struggled to close distance all night. Honestly, Hokit probably could have finished things earlier if he hadn't chased an armbar at the end of round 1. Instead, he stayed disciplined and cruised to the biggest win of his career. As for Derrick Lewis, the Hall of Fame is waiting. Sean O'Malley looked like a man on a mission. You could almost see the calculations happening in real time. Every movement had purpose. Every strike had intent. Aiemann Zahabi was game, but he never seemed to have the answers. O'Malley picked him apart methodically, bloodied him, broke him down piece by piece. Meanwhile, Zahabi was throwing wide shots and leg kicks without a clear path to victory. This wasn't competitive for long. This looked like a former champion reminding everyone exactly who he is. Then came one of the most fascinating fights of the night, Ciryl Gane versus Alex Pereira. And Gane proved that weight classes exist for a reason. His movement was incredible. His footwork was constant. His speed advantage was obvious. Pereira spent most of the fight trying to find the timing, while Gane continuously gave him different looks. The lack of head movement from Pereira became impossible to ignore. And every time he looked ready to let his hands go, Gane was already somewhere else. The result felt inevitable. Now the big question becomes simple. Does Pereira stay at heavyweight? Or does he return to light heavyweight, where his path may be clearer? Finally, the main event. Justin Gaethje promised violence. He delivered. Ilia Topuria promised war. He delivered too. This was chaos. Haymakers, precise lasers, momentum swings. Damage everywhere. For the first time in a long time, Topuria looked human. Gaethje pushed him into deep waters. By the third round, Topuria was slowing down noticeably. His face was swollen. The damage was adding up. Gaethje was hurt multiple times himself, but he kept firing back. Heavy right hands, brutal left hooks, constant pressure. Round after round, the damage mounted. Then came the moment nobody expected. As Topuria sat on the stool after the 4th round, his corner made the decision. The fight was over. Even as his brother insisted they continue, the corner saw enough. Justin Gaethje had inflicted too much damage. The towel came in. Gaethje wins. And with one performance, he completely changes the lightweight picture. Tonight wasn't just a win for Justin Gaethje. It was proof that experience, toughness, and pure violence can still overcome greatness. The UFC wanted answers at Freedom 250. Instead, we got a whole new set of questions. And honestly, that's exactly what makes this sport so incredible. What's your biggest takeaway from UFC Freedom 250?